Hello, Cancer. This is Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to do your 2021 first quarter, which means it's the northern direction on the medicine wheel, the winter, and it represents the January, February, March until the spring equinox. Okay. So I have these Druidcraft tarot cards. They're quite large, eh? And then I also have the Light Seers tarot here. Now, this 2021 that we've entered today is January 1st, Cancer. It's a 5. There's lots of change. There's lots of, it's about communication and speaking, having a voice, and being a part, actually being part, having choices. It's also about, I think value is going to change a lot this year. I don't think there'll be a lot of handouts. I think you're going to get what you work for and only what you work for. Okay. So let's see what we have for you, Cancer, for January, February, March. Cancer, 2021, first 3 months of the year. Cancer. All right, let's see what we have for you. 2021, January, February, March. Winter in the northern hemisphere, right? And that's the perspective I have to speak from, because that is what I know is from the northern hemisphere perspective. Yeah. So the north, which is the north is the white section of the medicine wheel, right? And it is the spirit. The spirit, like our elders are in the north, and our elders are closest to spirit as far as anyone goes. They're the closest to spirit. So they can receive messages in their dreams, have visions. It's a time to let go of fear and hate and anger. It's a time of hibernation, self-care, quiet, contemplation, and transformation as well. So I'm going to cut these now. I think they're ready. And I got to stop talking. So let's see what we have for you, Cancer. In January, you have the Princess of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Moon. In February, you have the Eight of Swords, the Princess of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. And in March, you have the Queen of Pentacles. There's a lot of female energy here so far. The High Priest and the Four of Wands. All right, so January for me here for you, Cancer, looks like a time when there could be a younger water sign around you. You could be younger. This Princess of Cups is like 18 to 30, perhaps. Um, Maybe even a little bit younger. Um, yeah, I think for January, you may get a message that you're going to have to make your supplies last as long as you can. It could be a time, there could be a time of, you know, if it were farming, it would be drought. There's not extra to go around, basically, okay? There's also some confusion in January. I also think that you may be asked to do something that you have no experience at. Okay, you are not used to having to do this, needing to do this. This is requiring something new of you. That's why it feels like a youngster, a young person, a teenager, and then they're told they can't have something brand new. They'll have to have it used, and they're like, "What? I'm not taking anything used. I'm not riding the bus. I'm not working at McDonald's." All this sort of attitude, and uh so, it's like needing to do maybe something you wouldn't do before. Okay. Feeling confused, feeling unsure about your future, basically, in January. All right. Let's get some clarity on this for you, Cancer. What is going on for Cancer in January? 2000, I'm going to take those. 2021. What do we have here? Well, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So I think basically you have to wait. I don't think you have the finances or perhaps the overhead. Um, you're not in the right situation to move forward yet. And maybe some of that is your immaturity. You thought you would just be able to go ahead. Like it's just been that way in your life. And so you have to go very slowly. This is at a different pace. This fell out too. So the Empress, wow. There might be a child involved, a child on the way. That's why I kept seeing a youngster. It could be a kid having a kid, like someone young, under 20, let's say, pregnant, having a kid, having to, go on this new journey. Not really prepared, right? Like you're heading into the winter. You're in the winter with just this little bit that's left on the tree and having to make it last. This isn't really prepared for the journey ahead. Can't really see, how this is going to turn out, where this road is going to lead. So there could be something about motherhood here, a child coming. I get the feeling you're having a kid or your kid is having a kid. All right. You might be telling them, listen, take it slow. Like settle down, cool down. Let's figure this out. They might be feeling, you know, to be a mother and feeling that life in you, you have a life in you, and then maybe having someone's having a talk with you saying like, well, maybe you're not prepared to have a baby and stuff, to tell you that you've got to stop that. It's not a vision you can see. So even though this person may be young, There's still the same feeling as a mother as someone older. It's that life inside you now. And I don't know if they can turn back. Okay? I don't know if they can turn back. Um oh, geez, that look at that Page of Cups. So it's the same thing as this princess. It's adolescent. I feel an adolescent feeling here. I gotta tell you, especially when it comes to the emotions. This is suggesting an apology, something like that, but I really feel like someone's confused about what they're getting into because they're so young. Um, as an alternative, for others, I get the feeling, for others of you, you might have been thinking about starting some, not starting, maybe using your experience to do teaching somehow. You might be teaching, you might be spreading the seed. Like I kind of see it as knowledge, the tree of knowledge, or something like that. Anyway, spreading the seed, perhaps teachings even. I don't see the Heraphant here though, but I do see Mother Earth and connecting with the earth again, right? With the earth again. Um, I think there's a lot of you that might be thinking that what you know isn't enough. People don't want to know what I know. Like, how am I going to talk about that? You can't see the value, your own value, sort of thing, okay? In February, you have the Eight of Swords, the Princess of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So, as you know, the Eight of Swords is some sort of mentally stuck. You're feeling, um, I think that you're thinking at this time at the beginning of February that we're never going to be able to move ahead. You could have been slightly depressed or, put off, in your mind because of this delay of everything, of having to move so slow. The one good thing about it, it's giving you a lot of time to prepare, but probably overthink. All right. I feel like there's some overthinking going. I also get a feeling you might get a message here about a go, some sort of you're able to move forward now. We're allowed to open up, we're allowed to shop, or we're allowed to go to school. Like there's some sort of perhaps stage one of, but it's going to be, I have a feeling there's changes coming. Now, this has to do with something to do with the Seven of Pentacles and you making things last. This could be a new business, could be a new job you're coming into. I think that you didn't think you were going to hear. You thought it's just not going to go anywhere. There's no hope or something. And then you get a call, you get news comes in. I think that it's like a door opens and you're able to move forward. You feel, oh, like it's like breathing air again. You know what I mean? You feel a burst of energy. You're ready to go. Um, I also get the feeling that there's you could be partnering with someone if you're doing a business, and you could be partnering with this Queen of Cups. This could be a water sign around you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. In fact, this could be you, Cancer. Just really, I don't think you're confused anymore. I think you might feel not exactly experienced at this new way of doing what you already know. There's something you already know that you're moving ahead with. Yeah, let's get some clarity on that. Let's see, Cancer. Ooh. So tell me about this Eight of Swords. I think that you're doubting yourself. You're not seeing a way forward, not a way out of like I just, unless until they give us the way that we're allowed to open and stuff, there's nothing nobody can do. It's a trap, right? And so then you get into your head and limiting yourself. But I think you get news that you get to go ahead. Whoa, way too many. Way too many. I'm going to take that top card and throw the rest back in. I'm going to keep that one though because it looks right. It looks right. So this is about competition, um, things that you have to go through to get to each. Everything is another step. It seems to climb this rickety rackety ladder. There could be some competition or there could be conflict, people challenging your ideas or something like that. Okay. What was this one here? Ha! I love it. Five of Wands, Six of Wands. So this is rising above. This is victory. This is success. This is what I'm saying. You should doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. You're very clever. You're very resourceful. You're very resourceful, I think. And you come up with creative ways of getting around. I think you try to avoid conflict too. I don't like verbal conflict. I think you try to get around things and try to avoid that. You try to deke deke some of that drama, perhaps the drama. But this is success, okay? Victory. It's rewards and recognition that you were able to climb to the top and light the signal fire. You figured it out. So, yeah, don't doubt yourself. You're going to do it. I like that energy. Very nice energy. This is in February. Um, I think that this princess really could be Cancer is the go ahead. Maybe you're given permission. This is some sort of permission. You've completed the task, the test, the challenge, whatever it is, successfully. You did it. And so now you're given the go ahead. You get it. Ooh da la la. Ooh da la la. I like it. Tell me from a Cancer. The message. I think that's what the message is, what I just said, but okay. So this says Five of Swords. There may be a sacrifice or a loss in this victory. Okay? There may be a loss in the victory. Um, yeah, because, that's the thing, eh? There was competition. Perhaps one of the people in the competition was a friend, a relative, or something. So if you win, someone had to lose, right? It's kind of the way the cookie crumbles. But so I think you're getting news of a victory. You win the job, you win the contract, you get the go ahead. You know, you've proven yourself. You've proven yourself. And I think you've proven yourself even when people were playing, like they were, maybe you were getting false information or something. Okay, so Three of Swords. There's kind of like two things going on here, Cancer. I think you're having some internal struggles here. While your career might be moving forward, what you're doing for work, your reputation that way might be doing well, but your heart is broken in some way. I think someone disappointed you, let you down, perhaps maybe even backstabbed you. There seems to be some sort of deceit here. Also, it could be, old wounds that, maybe get triggered when you're succeeding, when you're, because it's like you feel alone. You're doing well, but you feel alone. Anyway, okay, let's go on to March. So in March, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priest, and the Four of Wands. This looks like marriage to me, with perhaps a earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Doesn't have to be. Again, this is a motherly figure, this woman. She's letting everyone know she's beating the drum. The drum represents the heartbeat, okay? And if you look closely, where is it? There's a rabbit there. There's a rabbit. There's also the infinity thing to suggest, making another. But she's beating the drum. The drum's the heartbeat, and to let everyone know. She's making an announcement here, okay? Um, hmm. And then the high priest, like, sometimes this represents the institution of marriage, a commitment, a higher learning, other institutions like the hospital, education, that sort of thing. I don't know. There could be marriage or moving in together or something like that. You may be seeking an elder, a counselor, priest, social worker, someone to help you through this transition. You see the landscape is going from one level to another. And it's a transition, right, that you're going through somehow. And you may need a third party, perhaps, to mediate or help you, because I feel like it's, there's very young energy here, or inexperienced, something like that. So you could be moving in together. Here's the Four of Wands, building new foundations, strong. I love that the Four of Wands here is represented by the fire, which is ceremony. It's where we gather, at the fire, and we cook, we do ceremony, we celebrate. And it's all dressed here for celebration of some sort, you know. Um, yeah, very different. I'm going to take that one right there. Energy. Like there seems to be a lot of good going on for you, but in, emotionally you're stumbling through it, or someone is stumbling through this. Wow. So the Nine of Pentacles. This is independent. This could be a single mom. This could be doing things independently. Perhaps this could be grandma too, or a sister, or a brother too. Like it can be male represented, but this is very much represented by the single person. They don't like to get attached. They don't could have children, but they're so independent, this person, and confident, very aware of their achievements and what they've accomplished and what they know and what they have to offer, kind of thing, right? This person knows what they have to offer. Oh, look at that. Ha! So the Hierophant and the Eight of Pentacles. This is really focusing on your work. What I get this, you could be training, you know. This could be training in something like a doula, to be a doula, to deliver babies, to be a there's a doula, and then there's the other one. Um mm, Ooh, I can't think of my word, but it's people who help you deliver your baby at home if you want to, instead of at the hospital. Birthing coach. There's a name for it. Anyway, so you might be getting into something like that. Because I get the idea, because this is really focused on your work. This is so focused, she's got her back to everything else. This is her number one priority, is to get her work done, build up her security, and her stability. It's like not really wanting to count on every other people too. It's also networking. This is a big communication card, this one here. Yeah. Uh, it, uh, like I see that you're really focusing on some sort of transition here. I need more clarity. This could be working hard at training. You could be going up a level in training, like perhaps you were a teacher's assistant, and now you're going to be a teacher, so you're getting that training. You could have been doing it through some of this COVID time. But also, 2021 is an action time. It's really a change time. And so you may realize what you need to move forward now. Like, what, because there's something, I feel like you don't want to rely on other people to get the job done, to do what you want. I think you might feel like you work better on your own. At the same time, I feel like there's some sort of commitment happening here between you and an earth sign, or you and someone who really wants to build a name for themselves, build, like, really have Firm foundations. Firm foundations is a strong message here on this corner over here. And this is where the story ends for this time period, right? So you want to come out of this 3 months working on your foundation, with something, with a shovel in the ground, like with a lead on your, I think, with some sort of investment, something going into here, because I can see you investing right here. You're investing a lot, your time, your energy, perhaps money into this training, this guidance. You could be getting some guidance here. Like I said, I feel like there could be teaching. Getting a strong motherhood feeling here, though. Oh, got two. Ugh. Got a couple here. Let's see what we got. So spreading the seed. This person has planted some seed and when waiting for their fruit to come. The fruit of your labor, but it's taking a long time. Like this isn't. It's kind of having doubt, disappointment of what you're getting out of what you put in here, right? And that's why in the Eight of Cups back here, in the not cups, Pentacles, in the Eight of Pentacles, you decide, well, I'm going to really focus, because this card is saying, you need to put the time and the energy in to get the results that you want. So, now it feels like you're waiting for some sort of results because you've been putting your time and energy in. I also see this is you have the star. The star is kind of a wish card. It's also a faith card. It's one of those prayer cards that this is what we're trying to manifest in our lives. We're trying to manifest a home, a place to raise a family, perhaps. I'm seeing perhaps a place to raise the family, to get a fresh start. I also feel like it could be some place to lay down your burdens. You could want to retire. Some people, that you're looking at retirement, or you just don't. You don't. I think it could be somewhere humble. You're not thinking big, perhaps like you were before. You've humbled your view when you've gotten down here, okay, at the end of March. And you may have a more humble, simple idea of, because now it's what you can afford too, right? I don't think we're going to be able to just borrow these huge amounts of money coming. We're not going to. Perhaps that what we could have got 3 months ago, we ain't going to be able to get that. They're not going to be handing out huge amounts of money to people that aren't working, or that there's all this uncertainty, right? So our view has is going to become more humble, more sensible, more simple, which is beautiful, because I think you actually like it. You're able to lay down, like you're hoping to lay down some of your burdens at this place. You're hoping, um, I gotta tell you, I'm feeling a bit of a wellness center or something in this place. I gotta tell you, you got this Heraphant, you got the Queen of Pentacles, you got the Empress up here. There's something about rest, retiring, like it's some sort of wellness center, um, or a training center for maybe retraining. some sort of retraining. See, all us elders, I'm, starting going into the time of the elder, uh, have a lot of knowledge, a lot of stuff that we could teach, train, so on. So this may be something that you're offering back in some way. Um, you might be sharing some of your own pain, your own experience that you've been through. I think that real experience, real is going to be very, very valuable in the future. To be able to read about someone's bad experience and go and counsel people on that is not the same as living it yourself and sharing your experience, because to me this is like sharing your pain, your experience, what you've lived through, what you've overcome, what you've survived, what you've, I don't know, something like that. And then you got this it's like a healing center, I don't know, something like that, you know, something like that. It's a way of giving back. It's a way of giving back. Okay, that's the biggest message, right? Wow, really, really nice. Please let me know in the comments. I'd really like to know. I love reading all the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. That's all free. It all helps me a lot, and I really appreciate it. And this ad-free video has been brought to you by Capricorn this month. It's their birthday and their time to send in their annual $25 contribution to my channel. That $25 represents $1 per video that I put out for their sign in a year. And they pay for their own, but they get to watch them all ad-free. So that's the deal. I hope you like it. I hope you participate. If you'd just like to donate, you can go to paypal.me/tinkertarot, or you can e-transfer me at tinkertarotreadings@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Talk to you soon. Bye now.